I'm not the type of gamer that does challenge runs of any kind. That is, until recently. About a week ago, I woke up and my brain decided masochism was back in fashion and absolutely needed. I've said time and time again that I had no plans on doing any Elden Ring Deathless runs, and then suddenly I found myself wanting to do just that. I prepared myself mentally for the practice I was going to need in order to do this, considering I hadn't played Elden Ring in almost 4 months when I woke up wanting to do this. So here we are, just 1 week later, standing on the other side of 2 successful Deathless playthroughs. The first one of which was just doing the bare minimum to get through the game, and the second one doing it all again, but with all remembrances being required to consider it a success. In this video, I'll be showing you how I completed my Elden Ring Deathless All Remembrances playthrough. While you watch this video, I ask that you keep 3 things in mind. First, I've never done a Deathless run in a Souls-like game before until this week. The only games I've ever tried to complete Deathless before is Dead Space, and I did it back when I was big on achievement hunting, and that was required for Dead Space 3, I believe. Second, I came up with my own strategy as I wanted to test my knowledge of Elden Ring. I'm sure it isn't optimal compared to what speedrunners and other challenge runners do, but it's my own strategy that I devised myself, and it made me happy to be able to complete this. The third thing is that the only rule is to complete the game after taking down every remembrance boss without dying. I didn't use any cheese strategies or glitches, nothing like that. I fought every boss directly in melee combat. I started a new character and chose the Samurai class, as the Uchigatana is an incredible starting weapon and Samurai has great stats that correlate well with my overall strategy. No death. If you know me, then you know I always take out the Tree Sentinel before doing anything else. It's a great warm-up and really helps me get in the right mindset for Elden Ring, so I took the fight to it. Come here. Get over here, dude. Alright, guys, let's get our warm-up going. What's up, Majin Kai? Boing, boing. Oh, come on. You weren't supposed to do that there. Come on, bro. Elgranon, they give you the $5. Buy snacks for wife fund? Snacks for wife. You got it, dude. They give you the 5. I appreciate it. I appreciate it, dude. You coming to New York with wifey? No, not this time. He's not giving me the attack I need. What's up, Glizzy? Come on, man. He's not giving me anything to work with here, but I'm still getting damage in. Had to get shoulder extra because Myron's been killing me, waiting on the results. But if they say no more video games, they can go fuck themselves. Yeah, I don't blame you for saying that, man. I would say the same, to be honest. I would say very much the same. Oh, that's such a weird attack, dude. Alright, pretty clean fight. Didn't take a single hit. Pretty clean, pretty clean. Could have been faster about it, but still, clean. I did a little bit of material grabbing around Limgrave for a bit, things like golden seeds, sacred tears, golden vow, ash of war, and golden runes to help secure some levels and money for upgrades. There also might have been a slight bit of kicking poor Kenny off a platform. You killed Kenny, you bastard! From there, I went to the Everjail with Bloodhound Knight Darrowil to grab the Bloodhound Fang. I wanted to go with the Bloodhound Fang because it has a reliable moveset and requires only a couple of levels to be able to wield it properly, so I could make use of it almost right away. If Ensha kills you today, we just cancel stream. That's fair. Shit. Didn't mean to get hit by that. Nor that, of course. With the Bloodhound Fang secured, it was time to get some upgrade materials to level it up so I could start the boss slaying marathon. I made my way to Liurnia to grab what I needed alongside Bloodflame Blade and a few other things like the first half of the Haley Tree Medallion and Academy Glintstone Key. The next stop on the run was Weeping Peninsula, as there's another Golden Seed and 3 Sacred Tears, which are a huge boon early on in a playthrough. Bum bum, look, a Sacred Tear. So sacred, so teary. After Weeping Peninsula, I made my way over to Caelid as I wanted to grab a few more things before getting into the fights. On the way to Caelid, however, I had to stop for a quick chat with Alexander. Please forgive me for what you're about to witness. Now that I was in Caelid, I grabbed Somber Stones 8 and 9, a Golden Seed, a Somber 5, and took out the Mother Dragon for a quick burst of runes. I also took a moment to grab the nearby half of the Dectus Medallion and also grabbed the other half back over in Fort Height since I forgot to get it earlier. Now, I was all set up. I put Golden Vow on a dagger and grabbed a Finger Seal to be able to cast Bloodflame Blade on my weapon. I leveled my stats enough to have a decent pool of health and just enough stats to be able to wield my weapon two-handed. It was officially time to start taking out some bosses. I started off with the obvious one, went straight to Margit so I could make my way to Godric. Are you guys ready? Let's get it on! Cleanest Margit yet. There was a couple of items I wanted to grab in Stormveil Castle, so I took a moment to do that. I grabbed the Claw Talisman and a Golden Seed, then prepared myself for Godric the Golden. No think, only kill. Damn it, dude. Shits. Man, that sucks. It should have been so much cleaner than it was. Oh well. It was a bit of a messy fight against Godric, but at least it was quick. Disappointed with how I took on that fight, I kept on going, knowing that there would be larger challenges ahead. Some helpful people in chat during my live stream of this playthrough reminded me to go activate Godric's Great Rune after I asked them to do so I took a moment to go do that. Godric's Great Rune is incredibly effective at almost all points in the game, but especially early on. If you don't already know, this Great Rune gives you 5 levels in every attribute for a total of 40 additional levels. With 5 stats being effective for my build, it was of incredible value and would be in my entire playthrough. Up next on the run was Liurnia. I was on the hunt for Rennala. With the Academy Glintstone key already in my inventory, I quickly made my way inside. I took a moment to grab both a golden seed and a sacred tear, then it was onward to the next boss. In order to get to Rennala, I had to first take on Red Wolf of Radagon. That sucked. That sucked even more. God damn, dude. Mistimed the hell out of all of that. While it was a quick fight, it was still a little messy on my end. All the same, I didn't die, so I carried on. In my previous playthroughs, Moongrum chased me all the way to the door to Rennala, so I decided to take him out of the picture when this happened. Oh, he can parry the finesse? Oh my god. You see, I always knew that Moongrum could parry, however, I didn't think this through in this moment. I'll forever let this be a lesson to me. After almost dying to Moongrum, I went on to fight Rennala. Clean! Goddamn, good job, Josh. I'm happy. I'm proud of myself. That was the cleanest Rennala fight I've ever had. I made up for lost confidence in this fight. I usually have a cleaner Godric fight and a messier Rennala fight, but this time it was switched around. Very happy with this fight overall, I made my way to the Dectus Lift and Altus Plateau. Altus Plateau offered a whole bunch of resources that would be of use to me, like golden seeds and sacred tears. Before getting those, I grabbed a nearby site of grace and ran to a close dungeon to grab a ritual sword talisman. This talisman increases your attack power as long as you're full health. While I won't always be full health, the opening damage would prove useful in some fights in the future. I took a moment after to speak with Snake Girl Raya, so I could grab a site of grace at Volcano Manor, a major time saver for making my way to Rykard later. I also wanted to start the Recusant questline so I could get another really useful item later, so I grabbed the letter off the table near Bernal, spoke with him, and then made my way to take care of a couple of invasions required for this quest. Oh my god. Istvan, please. After doing these invasions, I realized a weakness of how I was building my character. I needed more stamina so I could land some combos and effectively get out. I made sure to take care of this with my next few level ups. Now that I was finished with the invasions, I went to grab the sacred tear and several golden seeds in Altus Plateau. It was now time to make my way into Leyndell, which meant I had to get through a draconic tree sentinel. Ah, the delay on that, dude. Man, that last attack didn't get him. Sag. He had so little health left. Making my way into Leyndell, I knew of a Somberstone 6 that I could grab before the next couple of bosses, so I made sure to go get it. It's tucked away at the end of a path through a door in the Round Table building, near the two abductors. My Bloodhound Fang was now +6, and I was clear to take on Spirit of Godfrey.
Point, 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 point.
I had no stamina. What? Oh. I thought I was out of the way of that. I guess not. A bit of a scare at the end of the fight after a miscalculation, but I was still alive. Morgott was the next Remembrance boss, and I was feeling nervous as I've always had a difficulty with Morgott. The delayed attacks and combos he can pull off are pretty scary to me. With this in mind, I moved up to the throne room to take him on. Alright, let's not think, let's just do. God damn it. Okay, that was overall okay. I feel like I could have done better. I got hit by a couple of really easy to dodge attacks, but that was still overall a decent fight. Now that Morgott was defeated, I could make my way to the mountaintops. Before getting all the way up there though, I knew of a Somberstone 7 in the Forbidden Lands just before the road lift. If you recall earlier, I already grabbed a Somber 8 and 9, so getting this Somber 7 would allow me to get my weapon to +9, which would be a huge power spike. I made my way up to the mountaintops, then I headed to take out some of other Remembrance bosses. I went back to Caelid to visit Radahn first. This way I would gain access to the underground areas I needed to gain access to for some other Remembrances. Damn. God damn it. Alright. Before heading underground, there was still the matter of Rykard. I took a trip to Volcano Manor so I could make my way to the Serpent King. Of course, on the way, that meant I had to get through a Godskin noble, so I took the fight to him. Oh no, 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 no. Fuck me. Well, certainly was a thing that happened there. My God. Christ. I almost made a fatal error. During this last boss, I noted to myself how much I seem to be struggling against bosses I usually have no problems with. I couldn't pinpoint a reason why, but at this point, I did notice that I had made it further than ever before without dying in Elden Ring. In my previous runs, I died to Morgott or gravity would take me down by this point, so I had to start fighting my own thoughts of doubt and anxiety about losing the run. I moved onward to Rykard's boss room. I picked up the serpent hunting spear, equipped it, and started the fight. And he would open up with that, wouldn't he? You would. Well, that was stupid. Okie doke. Uh-oh. Why did I do this? Why do I do this to myself? I know that's a bad thing to do, and yet I do it anyway. Why? Why? Oh, the follow-up missed. All right, we gotta go. Okay, so there's a moment where it just ate my input. I actually had to let go of B and then press it in again in order to actually run. It ate my input there too. It's something to do after, like, after an attack. There's almost like a cooldown to it. Very odd. I guess it might be best to roll and then just hold B after the roll to get that run going. Damn, I've got to go through this cycle again. That kind of sucks. I think if I got the other hit earlier, I would have staggered him, and I wouldn't have to do this phase again, but it's whatever. We're playing it safe. Do, 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 do. Now it was time to move underground where the Regal Ancestor Spirit, Estelle, Natural Born of the Void, and Lich Dragon Fortisax were all waiting for me. First up was the Ancestor Spirit, so I lit the fires at the altars to activate the portal to the boss. Oh, I thought I'd get out of the way in time. Apparently not. I really would like to kill it before it heals. That would be really great. Fuck. Well, at least I killed it before the second heal, I guess. I had another remembrance in hand and another 2 bosses underground to take care of for more of them. The next 2, Estelle and Fortisax, would require some conversations with Ronnie and Fia, as their side quests are what allows access to these bosses. I took care of all of that and then went onwards to Estelle, Natural Born of the Void. Okay. I'll call that worth. What? All right. A little weird. There was a little bit of weirdness there, but overall pretty good fight. Pretty good. The final boss that I had to worry about underground was Fortisax. Unfortunately, both paths that lead to the Deeproot Depths were dangerous. The first path was to go through the sewers underneath Leyndell, then do the platforming puzzle down to where the Three Fingers is. The second was to go fight the Gargoyle duo and hope that I'd make it through it without being ganked. I chose the latter because I was more confident in taking on gargoyles than I was not dying to gravity on a platforming puzzle. Get the hell out. Man. God, I hate you. I hate this fight so much. Now that I had access to the Deeproot Depths, I quickly made my way over to where Fia was. I had to take care of her bodyguards, which wasn't too bad by itself aside from the skull spam from Leyndell. Shit. Ah, these stupid skulls, dude. That unlock and then relock was such a clutch maneuver. Holy. This next fight was one that was absolutely daunting to me. I knew it well, but in my previous runs, I struggled a lot to get through it without dying. Also struggling with the thoughts of losing the run here, I had to focus up. I shook it off and jumped in for the fight. Alright, wish me luck, gamers. Here we go. Fortis snacks. Okay, I just did Fortisax hitless. That is a stark difference compared to yesterday. Absolutely hitless, very clean. I was feeling so proud, and this confidence boost could not have come at a better time. I took my time, avoided greedy attacks, and executed flawlessly against one of my biggest threats on this run. Feeling good about this, I took things back up to the mountaintops now that I was done underground. Since this playthrough was for all remembrances, this does include Malenia. Due to this, I needed to visit Castle Sol for the other half of a Haley Tree medallion that I didn't yet have. Luckily, the castle was quick to run through, so I could bolt directly to the boss and grab what I needed. Wish me luck. Well, this is a bit messy. No! Jesus Christ! Oh, I can't believe that happened that way. That was god-awful. I also didn't have my weapon two-handed there. That's a freaking nightmare. I am in panic mode. I gotta breathe, calm down. Okay. We're okay. We're okay. I wasn't two-handing my weapon. That's part of the shit show there. Much better. Much, 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 much better. That was almost really fucking bad. I was straight up panicking there, dude. After a terrible start against Commander Nile, taking a moment to breathe and calm down helped finish the fight a lot smoother. I had to keep cool because up next was Fire Giants, another potential run-ending boss fight with even the slightest mistake. I have an interesting history with Fire Giant. Since my very first playthrough, I've never really found Fire Giant difficult. I have my own strategy that I've always used that's been highly successful, right up until my last couple of practice runs for my Deathless run attempt. I seemingly lost my edge, but I wasn't letting the thought get to me. I turned my brain off to avoid self-doubt and jumped into the fight with Fire Giants. Had a feeling he was going to do that. Beautiful. Breathing a big sigh of relief after a perfect fight, things were getting serious. I made it all the way to Farum Azula without a single death. Things were heating up as the rest of the bosses of Elden Ring are notoriously tough. Without wasting time, I quickly ran through everything in my way leading up to Godskin Duo. In my preparation early on in the game, I grabbed the cookbook that allows me to craft sleeping pots as well as the materials to craft them, so I made a few to simplify this fight. Godskins are extremely weak to the sleep effect, so this would definitely help start the fight off on the right foot. Preparing everything needed, I jumped into the arena. Shit. No! God damn it, dude. Messy, messy, messy. Come on. Da 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 da. Pretty good. Okay. God, that was really scary at the beginning, though. My God, I almost fumbled the bag here. At this point in the game, it was getting increasingly difficult to not mess up. Knowing that there was about a third of the remembrances left to succeed the Deathless playthrough, plus the idea that some of the toughest was yet to come, I had to find a way to focus. For me, the best way to do this was to just continue on while talking to the chatters in my live stream. Before taking on the next boss, I knew of a location to get a somber ancient dragon smithing stone, so I chased it down. After maxing out my weapon, the next boss was waiting for me. This time, it was Plateau, the Dragon Lord. On my previous playthroughs, this boss had killed me a few times, so I had to play very carefully. I prepped myself, buffed my weapon, and started the fight. He went a little bit earlier than I was hoping he would. That was a gorgeous bleed proc right there. Oh, God. Dodged away. Shit. We're good. We're fine. It's probably going to teleport away. Yeah, I thought so. A little early. Gonna fly away now. Here comes laser beam attack. We just run super far away because it's just easier to deal with that way. Don't teleport. I know you're going to. Please don't do it. Oh, good, you didn't. Fucking beautiful, dude. Whew. Successfully taking out the Dragon Lord was a massive relief. Knowing that some of its attacks can instantly end my Deathless Throne was pretty scary, but I took care of it just fine. Next up would be another terrifying boss, Maliketh, one of the most notorious bosses in all of Elden Ring, and for good reason. I came in prepared. Earlier in my playthrough, I started the Recusant quest. If you start this quest and then defeat Rykard, Bernal will leave the Volcano Manor and invade the player in a certain area in Farum, Azula. I did all the steps required to make this happen for one reason, the Blasphemous Claw. The Blasphemous Claw is an incredibly useful tool that allows you to parry certain powerful attacks from Maliketh's Black Blade, which opens up a window of opportunity to attack freely. I fought Bernal specifically so I could claim this tool. Now that I had the Blasphemous Claw in hand, I immediately ran to fight Maliketh.
Destined death. I will not have it stolen from me again.
Whoa! Okay. I didn't even need the claw, dude. Holy shit, I don't know how he fell off that, but I'm taking it, dude. I'm taking it. Despite having played Elden Ring so many times at this point, I had never seen Maliketh do that before. I was happy to have defeated him with minimal issues, so I moved on to the next thing. My plan now was to fight Mohg, Lord of Blood. To get to Mohg, I went to Consecrated Snowfield using the Halig Tree Medallion I gathered earlier, then took the Waygate to his palace. Just before the fight with Mohg, however, I remembered that I needed to get a special tier for my physic flasks so I could resist his phase 2 attack. This tier is found at the Second Church of Marika, gained by defeating Eleonora. I took her out quickly and headed back to Mohg. Okay. The Purifying Crystal tier. Yeah, that's the one. I equipped the tier in my flask, then jumped in for a fight. Did flask already? Yes. Flask is good to go. Ah, shit. Alright, come on down to flat ground, please. Thank you. Mohg was taken care of rather quickly, and now it was time for the scariest part of the entire Deathless run of Elden Ring. It was time to make my way to the Halig Tree and Malenia. I've done this fight many times, and I've even taken her out without dying. But this time there was so much more on the line, as I had not yet died on this playthrough, and all it would take to end this run was a failed dodge against any one of her extremely powerful attacks, especially Waterfowl Dance. I had plenty of time to mentally prepare myself, as the run through the Halig Tree and Elfvale was a lengthy one. As soon as I made it to Malenia's arena, I turned my brain off again and walked in. Okay, that should be a waterfowl. I botched that in a big way. Fuck. Pretty good. That's what I thought was going to happen. Glad I was ready for it. What the hell was that? Ouch. Ah, come on. You have 1 HP, dude. Okay, first try Malenia. Bit messy at the end, but it's okay. We got it. Malenia was down. The end of the fight got a bit messy, but I was through the other side and the death counter remained at 0, and that's what counts. Feeling the high of this and knowing there was only a few fights left, I headed to Ashen Leyndell to take on who remained. Sir Gideon Ofnir was up next, and when I first started practicing all the bosses for a deathless playthrough, he proved to be particularly difficult for me. He isn't restricted by FP or stamina, so he's very capable of spamming spells non-stop. Because of this and his insanely high damage, it requires a fast takedown or risk complete failure. The good news here is that he's egotistical and goes on a monologue, which is the perfect opportunity to strike.
None take the throne. We mark it as our Altus. We continue to struggle unto eternity.
Fucking yeah. Coo-hoo-hoo. Okay. All that remained in my way of successfully completing my deathless run of Elden Ring was Horaloo, Radagon, and Elden Beast. All of this was just a few steps away from where I took down Sir Gideon Ofnir. At this point, I was extremely anxious and it was really hard to fight it off, but I was living in the moment anyway and moved forward. What happens next would be the most heart-stopping moment of my entire playthrough so far. Oh. No. Jesus fuck. Good lord, dude. Okay, we recovered. Oh my god, man. Okay, I'm never pressing L2 against this guy again. Never pressing L2 against this guy again. That was a travesty. Just gonna back off and heal instead of swinging. Fuck.
Tarnished. Thy strength.
Okay, we had a very bad close call there. Despite near heartbreaking death to Horaloo, I was successful in the fight. A great first phase turned into a terrible second phase, and I was definitely inside my head about it. I was shaken up by this, but the next fight was upon us and only a few steps away. The final remembrance and the end of the game, Radagon and Elden Beast. I knew this fight well because of my numerous playthroughs. I took a moment to recover myself after the scare against Horaloo, then walked in to take on Radagon. Wish me luck, gamers. This is it. damn. I disagree. Oh. Oh, I didn't realize the uplift on that damages you. Today I learned. I had never been hit by that before. Huh. A little early. It's fine. It's fine. We're good. For the first time, I completed Elden Ring, defeating all Remembrance bosses without a single death. There were so many close calls, and there's no doubt that I could have done a lot better in nearly every fight, but that doesn't change anything because what I set out to achieve had been done. As someone that has never taken on challenges like this in any From Software game before, I am very proud of myself. This is a major step up in what I thought I was capable of when it comes to games like this, and this playthrough will be absolutely unforgettable for me. I hope you enjoyed this video. Shout out to everyone that was rooting me on during my deathless run of Elden Ring. I appreciate you all taking the time to watch as well, whether it was the live stream, this video, or both. For now, I'm out of here, scheming up what I should do next. Until next time, be excellent to each other.